Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry, let me cut that down. Had some music playing. Anyways, I know it's been a hot minute since I have posted in regards to books or even book reviews, and I do apologize. I hit like a really weird shift in things. Then, not to mention, a few weeks ago I did go to Miami, had the time of my life. And then I came back and I was trying to get like back into the groove of things and had other stuff going on before and even after. So anyways, I do apologize that I was not uploading like I was supposed to, but life happens, and sometimes when life happens or you have that tower moment, if you know what a tower moment is, you kind of got to let things just crash and burn. So anyways, I'm back. I kind of have a good idea as to kind of how to get things started. So I was just kind of fleshing some things out. I posted a video a few days ago or so where I had got like a brand new planner. I got two, a faith planner and a life planner. And I have definitely been working in both planners. And I absolutely love them. The faith planner, it's more kind of simple, but still it's that consistency and discipline that I'm working with. The life planner, the same, because we are towards the end of September. I did not write a lot for that particular month, so it's very simple, very basic, but I am excited to flesh it out for the month of October, which starts next Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Wednesday. Next Wednesday. So I definitely do have like a better idea of things. So today's video is just kind of more what I plan on doing. Again, I've posted older videos about this, but I kind of want to refresh it again as far as like things that I'll be talking about. I believe I mentioned in older videos how I will revisit a few of the books that I have reviewed, especially because I want to give a bit more longer reviews, which is also why I chose to upload this content specifically on this particular platform, because I do feel that I do a disservice trying to, review a book and give certain things, spoilers, no spoilers. And sometimes when you're trying to make short content on other platforms, I feel that I'm just not giving the book justice. And then maybe over time, I'll get to that point. But when I love a book, your girl gets chatty Cathy and she want to talk about it. So there are pretty much almost all the book reviews that I have put on this particular platform. I will at some point in time revisit and give a much longer review. Again, they won't be super long. Some books more than likely won't get a full out review, a brand new review, but some will, because again, I read some great ones, and yes, I have still been reading and all of that. So I'm trying to make sure that on top of revisiting some of those older books, I have newer books to give you guys on my page. One thing I have definitely been struggling with is, you guys know that I read on Inkit and Wattpad, the free book platforms, and I absolutely love reading books on there. I have found some phenomenal authors, but I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, I dead ass don't want to give you guys those book recs, because when it comes to Inkit and Wattpad, it's a different platform. Again, it's a free platform. These are people who work 9-to-5 jobs like most of us, who they're just doing this because it's their passion, it's their hobby. Also because they just at the time can't afford to take it, more like put a cost on it, meaning they can't, oh, sorry, I thought my phone stopped. They can't afford to like pay someone to edit the book and put it on, a paid platform. And I have seen many authors that I enjoy reading their books. I have seen them just completely like delete their entire profile, take all their books down because of some trolls or some bots or whatever. And I can't have that. So I'm really struggling on if I'm going to ever talk about my favorite books that I read and reread and reread on Inkit and Wattpad. I don't know, because I understand that when it comes to Kindle, and Smashwords, and I don't know what else is out there, Audible, stuff like that, these people are paying to have their books on these platforms, And even if they don't have like the full out means and all of that, if someone gives a bad review or tries to do something crazy, they have a little bit more behind them to protect them. But someone on Inkin and Wattpad, they don't. You know, I mean, and I'm also reading books from all types of authors all over the world, you know, America to Canada to Europe, everywhere. And so when I really, and I read some great ones, and I want to share them, but like I said, I have seen many authors crumble under, you know, those small little negative reviews. I've seen people get their books reported because, you know, someone didn't like what the plot was, even though the book told you the plot. Even though the book said it was a dark male-male romance, or the book had some very, you know, extreme graphic themes in it, and you will get people that will seriously, purposely read your book just to report it. And like I said, I follow authors on these platforms from all walks of life, all ethnicities, all sexual orientations, and I don't know a lot of y'all, and I will try to mentally fight all of y'all. So I'm really gonna have to like sit with myself before I even think about crossing that bridge to providing my favorite Inkin and Wattpad Rex. And so yeah, that's one thing that as of right now I will gatekeep, because I've seen authors just writing amazing books and cannot handle the pressure of bots and trolls, even though they have people who are loving the books, giving them positive, you know, feedback, but they're so stuck on the negative ones. So there's one thing that if we come to that bridge, I'm either gonna burn it or we're gonna cross it, and you know, and I'll be very, very cautious with the books that I provide. But right now, that's kind of out. It ain't even on the back burner, baby. It's in the freezer. Okay, frozen. You know, also, of course, I'm always going to give any pros and cons of books that I read, you know, that I enjoyed. One thing I'm not going to talk about is I will not talk about books that I have DNF'd, which is I did not finish, nor will I talk about books that I absolutely did not like. And there's a few, you know, there's many books that, you know, I have been recommended to read and I just did not like them, or I just did not finish them. And the reason I do not want to discuss those books on my platform is because I do not want to turn my platform into a book bashing or an author bashing page. I prefer to talk about books that I actually enjoyed. Also, the reason I don't want to do this because I don't want people to start to follow my content and think to themselves, well, she didn't like this book, or, you know, she DNF'd this book, so I'm not even gonna read it, because that's not the kind of person I am. When there are books that I did not finish or I just did not enjoy, I let my review speak for itself. I don't ever, even when I leave my review, I don't ever bash the author like, oh my gosh, you are horrible. I don't do that. I give my reasons why. I even give things that I liked about the book. But then I also will always give why I did not like the book and why I gave it the rating I did. But I will not talk about those books on my platform, because I am here to uplift authors and, you know, any books that I have read. And then I'm also here to provide many of you with book recommendations that you want to read. And yes, I am, and again, just to know, because I didn't say this at the beginning, but you guys should see it all on my damn page. When it comes to my standard like romance fun books, those are only going to be male romance. That means men loving men, men in relationships with other men. Okay, I will not discuss any male-female books. I have read many. I still have some. I still read some off and on to this day. I will not discuss those. That's just my preference. That's just what I choose to do. There are many, dozens upon dozens of pages on this platform and many other platforms that discuss male-female books. You do not need me to add to that mix. I'm not going to do that. I will only discuss male books. And then yes, I will also discuss personal development, I think it's personal growth, self-development books. Those ones I will also discuss, because those are just good to read to get your life in order, to, better your life and to learn some new things. So it will not always be male romance. I will sprinkle in you can read this book for this reason, whether it's for your finances or your overall life or setting boundaries or whatever. I will read those books. I believe I posted some, and again, those books also will be getting revisited at some point in time so that I can provide a better review for you. So I did want to come on at least to give you, this slight overview. I'm just kind of looking at some little notes I wrote. And then, yes, I will continue and will finish reading from the book, The World's Worst Kellogg's Unalivers, because I think with the new YouTube algorithm, I got to be really, really careful with what I say. So I will also finish reading through that particular book. That one is just, the chapters can be pretty long. But I will still also continue to read from that. And I got this new journal. I love it because it zips, y'all. It zips. So I write all my notes in here. Like I do my social media brain dump, things I want to talk about, which actually help me. And then I'll also be able to write my content in here. So when I do get that full out content idea, I can write it in here, and I can also write it in my life planner. So just wanted to kind of give you guys that brief update in regards to that. So yeah, you will get some content fairly soon. I need to go look back at my content and see what I have, so I can kind of jot down those books, so I can get those, so I can start to re-record those over time. I will upload newer books and kind of sprinkle in one of the re-records. Other than that, I don't want this video to get super, super long. So thank you all for, being here and watching my content as you have. And do not forget to like and subscribe. And yes, comment if there are some books that, you've heard of that are in the male realm, or in the self-growth, whatever, in that in that genre. Comment below, sorry. And if it's a book that I currently have, I will, think about reading it. Or actually, I'll read it, of course, and put a review on it. If it is a book that I have not heard of and it fits certain tropes and all of that I enjoy, I will definitely read it and check it out. And again, I will only take male books as far as the romance, fantasy, all of that. But you can recommend any type of a personal development, self-help growth type of a book that, you either have heard of and you're like, what, before I purchase it, let me see if, someone else has talked about it. And I will definitely love to do that for you. So again, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.